In question 28, we're asked to factor 2x squared plus 10x minus 12. First step is to find the GCF and factor that out. I could divide out a 2 out of each of these terms. I can't take an x out of each of the terms because I have that constant that doesn't have a variable. But I could certainly divide out a 2 out of each of those terms to begin with, and then I would have 2x squared divided by 2 would be left with an x squared in parentheses. 10x divided by the GCF2 would be a 5x, positive 5x in the parentheses, and negative 12 divided by that GCF of 2 would leave me with a negative 6 in the parentheses. And then I have to go ahead and factor the parentheses expression by finding two numbers that multiply to be negative 6 and add to be 5. And for the purpose of this question, I'd like to use x plus 6 and x minus 1. The reason for that is because 6 times negative 1 is a negative 6. That's multiplied to be a negative 6. But 6 minus 1 would also add to be the b term, which is the 5. Therefore, your factors are 2, x plus 6, and x minus 1. In question 29, we're asked to factor x squared minus 5x plus 6. There's no GCF, so we're going to go ahead and use trinomial factoring. We need to figure out two numbers that multiply to be positive 6, but also add to be a negative 5. And the options that are the best ones to use are a negative 2 and a negative 3, since negative 2 times negative 3 is a positive 6, and negative 2 minus 3 would be a negative 5. Those are the factors we're going to use. And finally, from this assignment, you had to do number 30. You're taking 16x cubed minus 12x squared plus 4x, and you're dividing that entire expression by 4x. Each of those terms has to be divided by 4x. Starting off with 16x cubed divided by 4x. 16 divided by 4 would be a 4. X cubed divided by x would be x squared. Move on to the middle term. Negative 12x squared divided by 4x. Negative 12 divided by 4 would be a negative 3. X squared divided by x would be an x. And your last term would be 4x divided by 4x. Those cancel out. However, they cancel out to be a positive 1, so we have to make sure to put that positive 1 at the end.